going to be talking a lot more about consent specifically tomorrow, but I wanted to ask you, because we have you here and you are maybe the best person in America, besides the other three guests we have, to talk about how consent plays into the problematic narrative of rape culture. So how can we reframe this conversation about consent to dismantle rape culture? Because it's a critical point in dismantling it.
Yeah, we have to reframe it towards affirmative consent. I mean, obviously, everyone here agrees with that, but affirmative consent is really simple. The people who freak out about it are uncomfortable with change, uncomfortable with their sex lives. I don't know what they are, but it basically means that all of us have an obligation to our sex partners to make sure that they are into whatever is happening between us. And if you can't tell it, you have to ask. Literally, every decent human being should want to do that. It should not be a shocking high bar standard. I hear a lot of pushback on it saying like, well, you can't implement those standards because not everyone knows or has been practicing it. Well, you know, like when marital rape was outlawed, lots of people were still practicing marital rape. You know, like we changed the standard in order to change the standard, right? You know, I hear like, you know, it's unreasonable. It pushes the burden onto the accused, the perpetrator. Well, you know, in kidnapping, if somebody said, oh, there as a defense, oh, I didn't kidnap her. She came with me voluntarily. You would ask, how did you know? Right? So it's really not unreasonable to expect that we show up for our sex partners, that we pay attention and make sure nothing's happening that they don't want to happen. If literally, I don't think if you can't do that for your sex partner, you're not ready to have sex with a partner. And I don't think that's a shocking or unreasonable statement. When we make that shift, sexual assault will seem shocking and obvious to us, and we'll be able to figure out better what to do about it, right? If we're all practicing affirmative consent, sexual assault will be shocking.
And I think that that's such a critical point, the fact that people are like, well, what do I know if I had consent? I'm like, did you ask? I mean, it's actually quite simple. And in other contexts, we totally get it, right? If I go in for a knee surgery and I fill out the form that is, I'm giving the doctor and the hospital informed consent that they are going to operate on my right knee, they can't open up my left knee when I'm unconscious. And we get that. We totally get it in a different context. And it's so interesting and strange and problematic that in this context, we just do not get it. We're like, well, I don't know how to get consent. I don't know how to ask for things. I'm just a grown-up.